Cosmos, love being back with y'all, and on this beautiful night, I dig being with y'all. Dig, definitely love being back with y'all, and I just thought, because we gotta talk about it, we definitely gotta talk about it, and I just figured, yeah, because we definitely gotta go back to SmackDown from that last night, and yeah, of course, I felt as if I wasn't really as being as truthful to myself. And another thing that, because I wasn't really, I was like, oh yeah, I was trying as hard as hell, but I wasn't really getting the full story. I wasn't getting as much as I wanted to get out when talking about that last night or wherever you got the chance to see it. But yeah, and going back to that promo, all four of them, and it's like, oh, because given the chance to go back and look at, I actually, yeah, of course, 'cause that's what I do. Going back to watch that too, and it's just so, the shit is sad, and it's like when you look at Cody, Seth, even Roman to a certain degree, and it's like The Rock being as, don't get me wrong, I love current, he's fucking funny as fuck. It's just like good old Rock again. But yeah, of course. But he doesn't even come close to the prime Rock. When he was the Attitude Era Rock. 99, 98, or 2000. Like that Attitude Era. Hollywood Rock. He doesn't even come close to what he actually. Of course. Yeah, the People's Champion, most electrifying man in entertainment, The Rock. Yeah, he doesn't the act like prime Rock. The actual Rock, he doesn't come, centuries close to that guy. But like I said, I've had fun. I definitely had fun. Still a little bit of have fun that night, even though you still had good that night. But I got you you still had good stuff that I said I liked about it. But a lot of more shit that was bad too. It was more bad than good. And it's like, of course, I said Cody, see, you already know, looking at Seth too, it's like a complete fucking joke. Like, none of these, The Rock he just makes them look, he makes them look so small. And it's like his aura. And you're already bludgeoned on by the star power. These guys, I said to a certain degree also, because you talk about a guy like Roman that's been dominating. Roman Reigns has been dominating, the last 4 years. Or, of course, if you want to include the decade, this is his, he's the guy. Of course, he is the biggest superstar or that's been in professional wrestling. The most recognizable name. And it's even The Rock, though, and The Rock has just, the way The Rock has been straight up little broing him. It's don't get me wrong, it's Roman Reigns. Just in my personal opinion, of course, he's still doing what he's doing, but The Rock has it's just since he's been back, and it's of course, that's The Rock, and it's you already know that he's gonna be so much better. Standing next to Roman, of course he's gonna be better. And it's of course, you put the promo, these promos that I've been seeing, of course, that I've been seeing that he's been doing, of course, all over social media, back to back. And it's of course, let me include everybody. He's been making everybody look straight up like clowns. Serious, for real. He's been making them look just ultimately bad, overall, just legitimately bad. It's you equate that. It's of course, you already know if Roman Reigns doesn't look like shit compared to The Rock, what do you think Cody is gonna look like? Because if Roman's not even on The Rock level, what do you think Cody is gonna look like? And if Cody is not on either of their levels, because he's not on Roman level. What the fuck? You already know for damn sure. What the hell do you think Seth Rollins is gonna look like? Mister, the wannabe clown. Seth Rock said the wannabe clown emoji himself, Seth freaking Rollins. And it's like he just and it's like, and you look at the roster and everybody else, and just everything in professional wrestling right now, and it's like, yeah, it's like it's a damn shame how he's just. I said all three of the two, he just how he just outclasses them in every single way of the word, and it's like, damn, yeah, and I said, because I'm not trying to shit on also too. I don't want to look like, I know people who do it all the time, but I only do it just because I only do it when it's needed to be. But I said, I'm not trying to shit on the younger fans. I know, because they want to have that thing, and that's going on right now in professional wrestling. Whoever that you may be liking, that you like, whether it's still Danielson or whoever, or all the Okada or Aspirin or whoever that you like, the wrestlers, but still, like, people, they're clinging on, like, what you want to talk about, of course, Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, head of the table, that's of the game, that's been like forever now, and they like to have that in the whole bloodline story, that's been eaten up, and just basically that's been the bread and butter for their professional wrestling for the last 4 years. And it's like, I get that. Nobody gives a fuck about anybody there except The Rock right now. Except The Rock. I say, because be honest with yourselves. Who is being talked about right now? Who is at least generating that type of buzz for WWE right now? Like I said, just like as the man himself, as the little relevancy that WWE is even getting right now is because of The Rock. I said, let that be known that I said, of course, that we're in this wrestling boom, that these micro dick nerds like to prop themselves up into. They like to say, I said, let it be known that's like any type of relevancy that WWE is getting right now. I said the only reason that any type that professional wrestling might feel cool again is because of The Rock. It's because of what's going on right now in that bloodline with that story. You got that on a daily basis. When it came back, I said back in the Attitude Era, back in an actual war going on between two companies, those Monday Night Wars. When you talk about, I said, such as guys that were actually had, by themselves, that they were getting completely over on the merit of their own talent, whatever they were doing. Everybody was getting it. Everybody was hungry. You got that on a daily basis of what, the small inch of a pitch that you're getting right now with the bloodline. We got that on a daily basis in the late 90s with the Ruthless Aggression Era and the Attitude. Like, you got that consistently. Like I said, everybody was over. Whether you talk about Austin, Rock, Kane, Taker, Angle, Brock, whoever, Shawn, NWO, DX, I said, even that period, Bret Hart, Shawn, like everybody was getting it. And like I said, nobody was in a mystery. They had to get that. Everybody was getting theirs, and everybody was contributing, and everybody was a star on their own. Everybody was pulling their weight, and you had to the point. Everybody and everybody was over. Everybody was a star. There was nobody that was left back. Nobody almost felt like an afterthought. And let's say it was like you had a big ass deck of stars to choose from. And it felt like nobody. I said, whether it's bringing down the product or you just had this overslew of a roster that you're like, who is this? they're supposed to be like, I'm supposed to know who that is. We have gotten to a point to where, you have motherfuckers walking around in their wife's clothing, and that's the world champion. That's one of their top guys. Saying shit like diarrhea. It's like the way they look, midlife crisis. It's just all kinds of fucking bad. Midget marks that are billionaires, so obsessed that are paying fools that can't even bring in 1 million of viewership, paying them millions of dollars, but they can't bring in empty seats, nothing but empty seats, and nobody knows who they are. Like I said, like this is not, you can't, like, I can't make this up at all. It's impossible to do so. This delusional era. Yep, the delusional era. At this period that we're in now of wrestling. Yeah, whether they want to, wrestling's never been better than it's never been before. Then why is it getting tens and upon billions of views? Wherever, whether you want to talk about cable TV ratings, cable TV or social media. Why am I not seeing 10 billion or just upon just enormous amount, just crazy amount of views? Then, if wrestling is just, it's been better, never better than ever before. This is better than any period of professional wrestling. I say, well, we all know that's a fucking lie. Come on now, and it's just the amount of copium that they have taken. And desperately forced themselves to believe that that they have that spot. And it's like, I will always want professional wrestling. And I'm always going to be a fan, and I'm always going to be there, whether it's as professional wrestling is at its high and it's at its lows. I want professional wrestling to thrive, but I make believe of that. I want professional wrestling to be the best that it can just definitely be in every component. But I'm not going to do it in a way to where I have to, I have to desperately, I have to turn off my brain and, cut out my eyes, physically castrate myself to actually believe that wrestling is at an all-time high, and that's a lie. And I'm always going to be true to myself, and that's never going to go away.